Hi, my name is Christopher Hart. I'm a cartoonist and author of many books on how to draw cartoons. And I want to show you a trick from my book called Cartooning, the Ultimate Character Design Book. And this trick is about how to make a dog look like it's running. I mean, it's always a little confusing about the gait unless you know exactly how it's supposed to be. Even in cartoons, they do an exaggerated run, but they make the gait look accurate. And here is the dog on page 93. I'm going to show you how to do this guy. He's a simple guy, and I'm going to make it simple, I hope, for you to follow me. Okay, hold on one second. All right, so here we go. We're going to start rough. You can erase what you do. There's no way you have to worry about getting it right. You can change as you go along. I mean, I certainly do. So let's start with this. Here's the basic length of the dog, from tip of the nose to back of the tail. It's kind of a little height line or a length line, so that we don't have to worry about, drawing him too long. We don't want to draw him so he goes off the page. So here is the basic shape of the head. So you like this. A little cute high head on him, that's a puppy look. And a small snout, also a puppy look. Now instead of connecting to the body up here, that's too high. That's too high. That makes him look kind of husky and older. We want to make him look kind of fun and a little bit more gentle, a little more fragile. So we'll make it come down here, and his neck will look a little smaller. It'll come down and around this way, kind of like a jelly bean that somebody pulled too hard. That's an awfully specific metaphor. But anyway, all right, so you see that? Flexible again. Flexible, a lot of curves, a lot of curves. This is a curve in the back. And we will also bring the tail out here. That's why we measured that line, made it so long, because we don't want to lose that tail. Believe me, every cartoonist has done that at some point. Drawn it and said, uh-oh, I don't have any room for the tail. So they invent sort of a new type of dog. The tailless beagle? No, it doesn't work. All right, so let's bring one arm forward, the one that's closest to us. It's reaching out. And we do it with the one that's closest to us because that's the one that'll have most impact. We see that. It's right in our face. This one is forward. This one is backward. Okay, here's the thigh right here and the foot. Just like that. Okay, that's how we start. We indicate it like that. We'll worry about the ones in the back in a minute. We don't have to worry about them right now. So let's bring the shoulder up right here, like this. We're going to fill it out, and we're going to bring that paw up like this, just like that. Just kind of like flop it up. Bring a little shadow underneath it. Here's his tummy. I'll give a little more of a tummy and a little less of a chest. Not what you call a guard dog, but cute. I have a guard dog. He's a Welsh Springer Spaniel. Anytime he barks, it means nobody's there. Thank you, Spencer. Good job, Spencer. All right, here is the collar like this. I'm going to bring this down even a little further. So here's the thigh, and we're going to bring from the bottom here a little, wrap it around a little bit, bring the heel out like that. Wrap around, bring the heel right here, and it's kind of a mitten. Bring it around. See that? Matter of fact, this might be even a little long. We're going to make it even a little shorter. Remember we talked about exaggeration in so many of the videos. This is a great place to practice that. Now we're going to bring this part of the head back a little bit, even further. Anybody know what this is called? I'm going to tell you, because you've never heard it before, and you'll never have an opportunity to use it again. It's called an occipital protuberance. I've been waiting 10 years to use that word in a video, but anyway, let's try this now. We're going to make this curve, nice slope gently into a nice long, well, it's not a long snout, we already said it's not a long snout, but curve into it. That's a very sweet little snout. That's kind of like a dachshund in a way. I don't think I did him on purpose that way as a dachshund, but he's looking a little like that. All right, now let's bring the eye close to the edge of the forehead. Okay, eyebrow up. I'm going to make the eye a little bigger. I am going to do that. You don't have to. If you like how you did it, that's great. Okay, I'm going to make the eye a little bigger and the eyeball a little bigger. Good. I think that's, for my purposes, works better. This is like in cartoon land, you have a decent sized forehead on a dog, but a real dog does not. The forehead is very small. All right, let's give it a little nose. I'm going to bring that, give it a little more whites under here. Now let's bring this upper lip down just a little bit and wrap it around up into the top near his nose. Let's open that mouth wide, like that, and we'll bring that tongue back, kind of like with the wind in the wind sailing in the tongue, like that. Bring that lower lip down, like that. I'm going to bring this up just a touch. I think it needs to be a little more horizontal. Oh, that's good. I think that works better. A couple of hairs on top of the head for fun. The ears go right here, not on top, not down lower, just about near the eye level. And we're going to make them floppy. If he's running, the ears need to be floppy. That supports the idea, and this is an animation technique called drag. If something goes forward, the rest of the body drags behind. But I'm also going to now add a little graphic look, which is this is round, this is round. I'm going to kind of flatten that out a little bit. Flatten that out. Okay. Now, what about the other legs? Well, these two are out. Look how easy this is. The other two are in. But remember, his shoulder is here, so the other shoulder is here. So that one has to come back about here. You can't just put it anywhere, which is good because you want to know where to put it. Put it as if the other arm starts here. Same thing, the other leg starts here. And this one is here. We'll put some shadow under all of them. Okay, now that we have that much, let us darken this in and see how we do. Okay, always try to spend a little extra time in the eye, a little high up. If the character, any character, dog, anyone, is happy, the eyebrow is high. Leave space between the eye and the head. You put it right next to the head, the edge of the head, it's not going to look good. It's going to look uncomfortable for the reader or the viewer. And a big crease for a big smile. How about a couple of whiskers? Okay. And here's that tongue coming out the side, like so. Well, just darken that in, give it a little contrast because it's a busy area. So unless we add some contrast, it may be a little tough for our reader to see. Let me just round that off a little bit. Here is the cheek, the rest of the cheek. And here is the collar we were talking about. The top of the head. Occipital protuberance. Here is the hair. And the floppiness of the ears. Like that. I don't think we're gonna, all right, I will. I was gonna leave it white because I didn't want to take time, but I think you'd like to see it in black. It's also adds a nice contrast. And I can also show you a principle about blackening in two things side by side. a second. Hold on a second. All right, we're almost ready with the second one, and I'll show you how to handle that so you don't get into trouble, as just about every cartoonist has at some point in their career. But not you, because you're watching this video with me. Okay, so watch what happens. If I color this in too, the same color, it's going to blend. You're just not going to see a difference. It's going to look like what? So how do you do that? This is what you do. You put a little line here, trace the outline, and then you color the rest of it. And even though you're leaving that blank, it reads to the viewer that there are two distinct ears. I'll show you a second. This is a little thick. You can make the line look a little narrower, but don't let them touch. There we go. See? Doesn't that look better? I mean, it doesn't look like this is a sliver. It looks like there's a full ear, and the white line just defines it. Let me just do this, because that's looking a little tough to read. There we go. All right. Hey, how about the legs, okay? Here is that front arm, a little bit of the paw showing, and thinner chest, but a bigger tummy. That's a little marking. And round this off. Bring that knee in. And more of the paw there, or the toes. And this leg, a little shadow, a little thick shadow. The last thing is that tail is going to be a little curved. This is also experiencing drag. Rather than straight back, it's also dragging behind. Put a little marking here. Now let me quickly erase what I can. We'll take a look at the original, and we'll take a look at what we've got. It's fun pointing out some of these techniques. You give me the opportunity to do it, and I appreciate it. I really do. I appreciate all your comments too. It's so nice to get them. I try to write back to just about everybody I can. All right, so let's take a look. This was the original, okay? And this is what we came up with. It's pretty close. It's not going to be identical, because unless you trace something, it's not identical. But it's the spirit and the whole principle of the thing. So again, the book is called Cartooning, the Ultimate Character Design Book. I hope you pick it up. I have new videos every Monday. I hope you'll subscribe. Thanks for being with me today. Bye-bye.